Hey guys, John Riley. Welcome back to another episode of Bushcraft Bums. Today, one of my big kind of fun things I like to do in bushcraft, I just think it's a fun and neat thing to practice, is primitive trapping. So today we're going to work on one of my favorite traps, the Paiute trigger deadfall. I did a video a long time ago about the figure 4 deadfall. Looking at it now, a few years later, I'm not so happy with it, so I might redo that. If that's something you guys are interested, let me know. Maybe do like a step-by-step on how to make it. But today I'm going to do a step-by-step on how to make a Paiute figure deadfall. So I'm going to use this as the main piece of wood. This is a piece of bulrush weed. It's pretty dense. It's been drying for a while. And the thing that separates the Paiute trigger deadfall from other pieces of deadfall, from other types of deadfall, is that you need a little bit of cordage. So you know, if you don't happen to have one, you can whip some up real quick. This is just a little quick thing of cordage I made just from a daffodil stalk here, a daffodil leaf here in the yard. It's got a pretty good tensile strength. It's not what I would pick right off the bat, but you know, part of bushcraft is working with what you have. I saw this; it looks like it had kind of the right characteristics, and it seems like it's going to work. So we'll give it a shot. So you know, you can do this with a knife. You can make a Paiute trigger deadfall with a knife, but I think what I'm going to try to do today is maybe do it without a knife, just to show how easy it can be. So the first thing I'm going to do is break this down into 3 components. I'll need a support stick, then a lever, and then a toggle, and then my 4th piece will be a trigger stick. So four pieces all together. All right. So I'm going to go and see if I can find a good sharp rock to do this with, and I'll tune you back in a couple of minutes. All right, so I mean, it's not ideal, but I got to kind of work with what I got, and this is just, I found I didn't even actually have to break this. It's just the way I found it. It's kind of got a little flake of an edge here, so I'm going to use that. And this bulrush stalk, even though it's hard, it's pretty soft wood, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a small trap, like maybe for a mouse or similar size, a chipmunk or similar size game. So I'm going to cut my first support piece right about there. So I'm just going to try and score around the edge of this with the sharp edge of this flake here. See, I'm getting some good scoring. Definitely not a Mora, but you know. There we go, that should do it. So this is my first piece right there. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I want to get the kind of planed edge here so I can make an angle. So I'm going to do is I'm going to grind that against a coarser stone to kind of get the angle that I want. So I'll tune you back in once I'm doing that. So I'm just kind of grinding this at an angle here on this little bit of a coarser stone. It's got a very porous surface. I'm already making some headway there. So basically I just want to get that down into a bevel. So I'm just going to continue that, and I'll tune you guys in once I'm done. There's my bevel. I just grounded that in with that coarse stone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off my my lever. So it's going to be right about yay long from the end to my thumb. It's going to rest kind of like that on the bevel. So I'm just going to use my rock to do that. And you already saw me do that, so you don't really need to see that. Need to see me do that again, but we'll tune you back in once I got that done. So here's going to be my lever piece. I'm just going to make a little notch in here to try and catch the bevel on the other piece. All right, so I just need to kind of score this a little bit. That should do. I'm just going to kind of work the meat out of there, but we'll tune you in once that's done. Alright, so I got a little notch carved out there. It's going to nest on the bevel like so. Not a super clean cut by any stretch of the imagination, but considering what I'm doing here, as you can see, it's more than adequate to hold up the weight. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score this piece to create the toggle, and just by scoring it around, it's going to be easy enough to snap off. So I'm going to cut this toggle off just like so. Makes a good little strip. All right, this is going to be the third part. The one more part I need is my trigger stick, there's clearly not enough of this left, so I'm going to go harvest something from the yard to use as a trigger stick, and I'll put it all together and we'll see how it works. Tune you back in. All right, so here we go. We have all our pieces assembled here, just using stone tools and grass from the backyard. So we have our little, what I basically did is I connected my lever here to the toggle, like so. So we have our main support stick, our lever, and then our toggle, which is going to come around this way, like so. And now we have the trigger stick, which is going to basically rest against the toggle and the back of the trap. So I'm going to try to set this up, and I'll tune you back in once it's all set here. Alright guys, this is not the prettiest Paiute trigger deadfall that I've ever made by any stretch of the imagination, but considering it was made with rocks and grass, you know, it's not terrible. Alright, so basically it's made with no edge tools, just stuff here in the backyard and little daffodil cordage there. So basically the way this works is we have the weight going down on the lever, pulling on this toggle stick. The toggle stick wants to flip around, but it's held in place by the bait stick here. Okay, so the bait is going to be smeared all the way in the back, so the animal has to get way under to the bait stick, and once it touches the bait stick, the trap is sprung. Alright, so that's your basic primitively made Paiute trigger deadfall. Long and drawn out and explained in tedious detail. Alright, I'm John Riley, this is Bushcraft Bumps. Thanks for watching.